Let's be honest. No one ever taught us how to age intimately, right? We were told about retirement plans, wrinkle creams, and joint pain, but not about what happens behind closed doors when you're over 60. Here's the truth. Masturbation after 60 isn't weird. It's healthy. But there are 4 quiet mistakes that can make things worse without you even knowing, and I've made every single one of them. The good news? There's a surprisingly sweet solution. Yep, I'm talking about fruits to improve intimacy after 60. Real, everyday fruits that work with your body, not against it. No pills, no pressure, just natural connection, one bite at a time. Stick with me, because what you'll hear today might just change the way you look at pleasure, aging, and self-care forever. Let's dive in. I remember it clearly. One autumn morning, just last year, I was out for a walk in the little garden behind my house. The sunlight was soft, filtering gently through the leaves. The air was cool, crisp. There was a little squirrel hopping from one branch to another, and I was snacking on some red grapes left over from yesterday's picnic. That was when it hit me. Something simple, yet deeply true. That even though I was over 60, my body still had the capacity to feel joy, to feel alive, and to feel close if I learned how to care for it gently, lovingly. You know, when people talk about aging, they often focus on what we lose. We lose strength, we lose desire, we lose connection. But I've come to believe in it more than ever that aging is not the end of the story. It's a new chapter, a chapter that's deeper, more tender, and full of quiet opportunities to rediscover what we thought was gone. In conversations with friends around my age, there's a topic that comes up from time to time, usually whispered, often with a chuckle or a nervous smile. You guessed it, masturbation. Masturbating after 60. It sounds odd to some, but in reality, it's completely natural, healthy, and honestly, it's a very real way to stay connected to yourself. The only thing is, if we do it the wrong way, it can have quiet consequences. No one talks about it. No one wants to admit it. But it happens. So today, I want to talk to you, just like a friend, about 4 mistakes I made. Mistakes that many men I know have made too, on the journey to rediscover closeness, vitality, and self-love. Not to make you feel embarrassed, no, but so you know you're not alone, and more importantly, so you know that there are gentle, natural ways to restore, to nourish intimacy. Ways as simple as eating fruit. Yes, fruits to improve intimacy after 60. Little gifts from nature with quiet power and long-lasting impact. But before we get to the sweet stuff, we need to talk about the mistakes. Let's be honest about them. The first mistake is trying to recreate your youth. You know exactly what I mean, don't you? We try to force ourselves to feel like we did when we were 30 or 40. We pull out old magazines, old memories, and try to spark what we once had. We compare. We feel disappointed. We blame ourselves. I used to think I was less of a man because I couldn't stay as hard, as long. I worried, I panicked, but then I realized that intimacy isn't measured by erections. It's measured by connection, by comfort, by presence. The second mistake is using too much force. I have a buddy, Rick. He thought that the harder he went at it, the better it would be. But he was wrong. At our age, the skin is thinner, the nerves are more sensitive. Everything needs a gentler approach. If you push too hard, the body resists. Quietly, but clearly. After 60, your body needs to be treated like an old friend or a long-lost lover returning, touched with care, respected, and listened to. The third mistake is ignoring the setting. A lot of people treat masturbation as just a physical act, but honestly, it's an experience, and yet many of us treat it like a secret task, quick, hushed, in a cold bathroom, while feeling tense or distracted. But I tried something different one night. I lit a candle, played some soft jazz, made a cup of warm tea, and I just sat with myself. No expectations, no rush. And what happened was beautiful, calmer, deeper, fuller. The fourth mistake, and maybe the most common, is forgetting to care from the inside out. You can try every technique in the world, but if your body is out of balance, nothing will feel right. You need good blood flow, rest, emotional stability, and natural nourishment. That's where these fruits, yes, fruits, come in. They helped me in a way I never expected. Let's start with red grapes. I began eating them in the afternoons just because they were sweet and easy. But after a few weeks, I noticed something. My hands were warmer, I was sleeping deeper, and I felt alive again. Red grapes contain something called resveratrol, a compound that improves blood flow. For men, that's essential. And for women, it enhances intimacy too. No pills, no surgeries, just a handful of grapes every day. Next up, cranberries. These little berries, you can toss them into a salad or mix them with yogurt. They're tart, in a good way. Cranberries help protect the urinary tract, reduce inflammation, and improve blood circulation in the pelvic area. That means more comfort, more confidence. And when you feel more confident, connection flows more easily. Then there's papaya. I usually have papaya in the mornings. It's soft, sweet, refreshing. But what people don't realize is papaya naturally supports testosterone levels. It gives you energy, helps balance your hormones. For women, papaya also eases vaginal dryness, a common post-menopause concern. It softens the experience, brings closeness back, and last but not least, cherries. I love eating cherries at night. They relax me, help me sleep. Cherries are rich in melatonin, which improves sleep, and good sleep is the foundation of a healthy, intimate life. When you sleep well, your mood lifts. And when your mood is good, intimacy feels effortless. So, how do you start? Just pick one fruit, just one, and add it to your daily routine. Red grapes in the buffet afternoon, cranberries in your salad, papaya with breakfast, cherries before bed. Simple, gentle, but consistent. And I promise you, after a few weeks, you'll feel the shift. A little more warmth, a deeper sleep, a renewed sense of connection. Age is not the enemy. It's not a dead end, it's a new rhythm. You don't need to go back to being 30. You only need to become the best version of who you are, now. And these fruits to improve intimacy after 60, they're companions. Quiet, natural companions walking with you. So, why not start today? A few grapes, a slice of papaya, a handful of cherries, or a scoop of cranberries. The best days aren't behind you, they're still ahead. Thank you for listening, my friend. If something here touched your heart today, I invite you to subscribe and like our channel, The Health Revival. We're here with you as you live well, love deeply, and stay beautifully connected, even after 60. And as always, may God bless you.